it's Nina from One Life Holistic Health, and I want to talk a little bit about decluttering. And I want to talk about decluttering in the sense of using it for manifesting and the law of attraction. So when I teach about this, when I teach about manifesting and bringing things to you and not chasing them, the very first step that I talk about is decluttering. Now, this is probably the biggest piece of my manifesting recipe, and it's probably one of the most difficult, because one thing that we have to do is declutter not just our physical lives, but our mental and emotional lives as well. And that is usually the biggest piece and the most difficult piece. Now, it's simple, but a lot of times people don't really like to talk about their emotions and their mindsets and their old money stories and things like that. And those are the things that we really need to declutter. So today I'm just going to address the mental and emotional piece of decluttering, mainly for sake of time, because it's, again, the largest piece. And it's the most important. It's absolutely the most important, because one thing that you really need to have in order to manifest is alignment. So what you want, what you think, and how you feel really needs to be all in alignment in order for those things to work, in order for manifesting to really be fruitful. So here are a few things that needs to be decluttered. Our core negative beliefs need to be decluttered. This will be things that are pretty big, and these are probably messages that we were given when we were really young, and then over and over and over again, they've just been validated. So core negative beliefs would be things like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving. So whatever you can say, I'm not, that's a core negative belief. Now, one thing that those core negative beliefs do is they really create some automatic negative thoughts. So these are just negative thoughts that we have about ourselves and perceptions of our life that are just really automatic. So that's another thing that we need to clear out. We want you to be having automatic positive thoughts. The other thing that it kind of creates, and the other thing that happens when we are in childhood and growing up, is we really look at the different things that are taught to us. Either they're taught directly to us from someone else, or they're taught indirectly to us by us just watching. So these really create limiting beliefs. So if I have the belief that I can only work 40 hours in a week, and I have the belief that my time is money, and my money is capped at the amount of time that I can work per week, then that means my income is capped, right? So if I went into therapy, and for the industry we get paid, let's just say on average, this is not even accurate, but on average, say it's $50 an hour, and I know that I can only work 40 hours a week, then my income is going to be capped at whatever 40 hours a week times 50 is. That's my weekly income, blah, 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 so on. Now, if I want a larger income than that, and I have the belief, that's my belief around money, then that's not really going to work, right? Or how is that going to work? Oh, I'm going to need another job, blah, blah, blah. So I really have to change my mindset around that. I really have to just push through the glass ceilings. What's what I call limiting beliefs, glass ceilings, and you break through them, you just bust them. And then, using the money example, we all have these old money stories, like things that we've been taught about money. Now, I talk about money a lot because one thing that people really want to manifest or attract into their life is a financial abundance. Not just financial stability, but it's financial abundance. Like, I want thousands more dollars a month than whatever that cap is. So how do I do that without raising my prices for each client astronomically, right? Well, you get it from other sources. Well, how do you do that? So on and so on. So really want to eliminate those limiting beliefs, the core negative beliefs, the automatic negative thoughts, the old money stories, any sort of trauma. Trauma will hold us back a lot. I do a lot of work with trauma, and trauma will definitely hold us back. There's a whole nother piece to that I could talk about for 10 minutes. And I'm not going to go on because I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, but trauma is kind of a large piece in that as well. So you want to clear out that trauma. But when I talk about decluttering our mental and emotional state, that's what I'm talking about. Now this work has to be consistent, and it's constant, and it's really difficult to begin with, and when you're trying to change those things, it can be really daunting. But the cool thing about it is that once you've learned how to do it and you've utilized the tools and you start doing it consistently, and then it becomes a habit, and then guess what, you guys? It's automatic. Like, I'm automatically just clearing out my old mindsets and my old money stories and my old emotions and all of those things because I have worked really hard on utilizing the tools consistently, and it's just become an automatic thing, which is really awesome. It's really awesome. Plus, I'm happier because obviously I don't have all of that negativity weighing me down. And then, you know, it's going to raise your vibration as well. So that is my spiel on decluttering mentally and emotionally. And I hope to see you here for my next video, which is going to be decluttering our lives physically.